Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your August 1st to the 15th, 2021 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bulls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Scorpio. August 1st to the 15th, 2021, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels. Scorpio. August 1st to the 15th, 2021, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Scorpio. August 1st to the 15th, 2021, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly for Scorpio. August 1st to the 15th, 2021, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. There we go. Oh, that's only one. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. There we go. Fantastic. Now at the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is our inner self. The middle is our heart, our emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So let's see what the cards have to say. We have the Magician and we have the Hangman. I love that start, especially for you, Scorpio. It's such a beautiful omen forward. And let's look at the inner self. We have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. We have the Six of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles, which is Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, amplifying this Taurus energy that's here within this line. Now this is saying to stay true to the self, to stay true to what it is that we intrinsically need. But there can be a strong link to a Taurus or to the or to the Taurus energy. There's something very interesting going on. We have the Knight of Wands and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So these two are coming together quite beautifully. And this is very much a sense of moving forward in opposite directions that the winding paths wind up meeting to each other. So that's really going to be beautiful for you, Scorpio. Then we have the Emperor, the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, time frame August 23rd to September 22nd, and the Moon, which is Pisces energy. So let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of during this time, because how many major arcana cards do we have? I mean, we have the two that this is just a major arcana deck. So those are a given, but your whole public arena line is major arcana cards, or are major arcana cards. You have the Knight of Pentacles repeating itself, and it's a, it's a court card, as is the Knight of Wands, but you also have the Hierophant. So you have 4 major arcana cards that come forward in a deck that has more than just major arcana cards in it. So this is going to be a very, very, very powerful time. Scorpio, what energy does Scorpio need to be mindful of? August 1st to the 15th, 2021, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Okay, Aquarius energy. Now, this is being very mindful of the power of dreams and the power of the ambition to make one's dreams come true. So we're going to be very drawn to people who are just consumed by their dreams. We're going to think, oh my gosh, this person, they're living the dream. That's going to be something that we're very drawn to, somebody who seems to be having it all. This is also going to be a warning to be very mindful of your use on social media, because social media are, a lot of times it's people's dreams, it's people's fantasies that they make into realities in one way or another. So this is going to be something we have to be very mindful of, because it can be very detrimental to us during this time. But this is also the energy of dreams and passions and desires, and it's kind of like, what would you take to get what you have dreamt of? And sometimes we need to kind of curtail that and step back and say, what is intrinsically, personally, and powerfully the most important thing to me? And it can be stepping back from our ambition at times. And I know that sounds odd to say. It's not releasing our ambition, but it's stepping into ourselves to say, which way the spirit want me to move forward? Where is my soul being, and how is my soul being called to move forward in my power, in my desire? And how can I make that a reality, instead of letting ourselves be surrounded by yes people, surrounded by people who have unrealistic expectations for themselves, and it could even move into the realm of delusions for themselves, and being just kind of sucked into that world. I know it sounds rather intense, but do be mindful of this during this time. Then we have the chakra energy. Now this is, let's see here, Scorpio, July 1st to the 15th, August 1st, there we go, August 1st to the 15th, 2021. Scorpio, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Ooh, goodness. Guide this reading. And show me clearly. Interesting. There's like a blockage around here. Let's see. Angels. Yeah, there we go. Angels and spirit guides. So this is going to be the one we have a blockage in. Okay, that makes perfect sense that holistic health would come forward. And there's something here, what Spirit was saying before, is that there's something here that's holding us back, and this is something to really be mindful of. So when we step into our holistic self, we step into an authenticity that might actually be scary because of the vulnerability it puts us in. That's also what the Hierophant is talking about here. The Hierophant is saying, be true to yourself, to the point where it can make you feel vulnerable, it can make you feel overwhelmed. So the holistic aspect of ourselves to move forward in is going to be very powerful. The root chakra is saying that at the root of ourselves is the desire to be healthy, is the holistic health of our being and our soul. So during this time, it's being very mindful of things. Now, this could be embracing a holistic lifestyle, or this could be moving towards alternative or TCM medicine. This is going to be a sense of there is more here that can heal me than what I originally thought. And as we open up the avenues, we open up healing. But we also start to connect with our souls. We start to connect with ourselves. And instead of thinking, like if we have chronic pain, instead of thinking, oh my gosh, I'm such a complainer, oh my gosh, I should just really buck it up, we look at ourselves and we say, this is serious. This is serious, and maybe I can change it through nutrition. Maybe I can heal myself powerfully through food, through vitamins, through sublingual vitamins that melt in the mouth if our stomachs are having a hard time digesting nutrients. And it's just being kind to ourselves and opening up different pathways forward. So that's going to be really important. That's one of my absolute favorite cards, because so often we look for, for certain fixes to things, and yet sometimes the most natural, the ones that our grandparents used, or our great-grandparents used, they're the ones that have severe benefits to them. And this is bringing us to the Magician, as above, so below. As you think it, so it becomes. And so we're entering into this realm of healing, and entering into this realm of not being deluded by other people's dreams or by other people's perversions of reality. And that's going to be very important during this time. It's like, I'm standing in my body, I'm standing in my world, I'm standing in my creation of self, and I am empowered as I move forward. So the Magician, as above, so below. As I believe it, so it becomes. I step into my power in the singular. As I embrace the different aspects of myself, the different elemental powers of my understanding, and I move forward in a grace, in a purpose, and in a tenacity that is me. But this is also having the power to stand before the altar of our existence and say, these are my blessings. This is who I am. This is what I desire. And this is where I want to be within my life. This then moves us to the Hangman. We're not going to see things the same way anymore. And that's going to be okay. That's actually something to be rejoiced in, even though we're going to think it kind of makes us feel like a pariah, or not a pariah, just like we stand out like a sore thumb. So here with the Hangman, what we're going to find is that we see the world differently during this time. But if we're open and honest with ourselves here, Scorpio, we see the world differently, period, end of discussion. So we're embracing power and determination, focus and ideas. And we're going to have to say, I think outside of the box, and that's okay. That's a powerful, beautiful part of who I am. And as we slowly and steadily move forward into prosperity, because we're not having the windfall that we want all at once, we're going to think, I'm wrong. We're going to think, I'm wrong, I'm not moving forward the way that I should be, things aren't happening the way that I want them to, and that's because things take time. And during this time period, we have to give ourselves time to move to success. In our inner self, in our emotional self, things take time to build. And why that's being emphasized is because we're going to want things yesterday. Why? Because we're human, and that's how we like our world. We like everything to happen instantaneously. We like instant gratification, and we like instant power to move us forward. But here, it's slowly and steadily building towards that power, towards that prosperity, towards that bounty, towards that abundance. And it moves us then to the Two of Cups. And that's healing beautiful love through unity, through connection, through the connection of the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine within us, through the love of our hearts, our souls, and our powers, through where we want to be and how we want to get there. This is us opening to love. And this is us opening to our passionate understanding of ourselves as we look at the world differently, as we start to look at ourselves differently. We're uniting with the blessings of our angels. We're uniting with the blessings of ourselves. And we're saying it's okay. It's okay to move forward in prosperity. It's okay to leave behind the suffering and the pain. It's okay not to subconsciously, sabotage or punish myself. It is okay to move forward in healing. And as we do so, we're going to find here that we're really pushing away from some of the old patterns that we developed when we were little. Now, the Six of Cups is beautiful because it's about being nostalgic and it's about, a connection with the past. But it also is a lot more complicated because the Six of Cups is that nostalgia for a time that can never be. It's a connection to the past, which might not always be beautiful or brilliant or healing or right, because sometimes the past can just mess with us. It's the caregiver's words of how we will never succeed. It's the abusive relationship or abusive situation that we were in. It's the words that cut us deeply, that come to us and run around our subconscious late at night. And this is going to be a time where we really have to be cognizant of it. We really have to be aware of everything that makes us and why we are moving forward. And so as we're healing, as we're embracing the holistic self, as we're looking at the power of our dreams and perversions are being called out, this is going to be one of the main things. And we might find that all of a sudden we're 5 years old again, 8 years old again, and life is falling apart, or we have this sense of foreboding and dread because of something that happened, words that were said thoughtlessly. And that's going to be something that we need to be mindful of. That's going to be something that we really need to be aware of. And this can be any part of our past. So here we're talking about childhood, but this could be in our teens, our young adulthood, our adulthood, this is going to be a time just simply that forged us. And it's going to play off of other times that hit us in that same exact manner. Other times where we felt unworthy. Other times where we were made to feel insignificant. Other times where we were made to doubt our own voice. And it brings us then to the 5 of the major arcana, which is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is the power. Now here it is called Taliesin. I believe that's how you say his name. I always forget. And he becomes the greatest bard in the whole entire world. And yet he was not wanted before. There's something about us. There's something about us that was mocked, ridiculed, that was picked upon, picked apart. Now I'm really seeing, now it doesn't have to be a parental figure. It doesn't have to be a father figure, but it can very well be. This is going to be a person who had very strong masculine energy, and it was rather corrupted through force and a little bit of violence in the way that they portrayed themselves forward. So that's going to be something to be mindful of during this time, where we're going to be very sensitive to that sort of energy, that sort of forcing the way forward. Now, it can move itself into thinking, okay, but this is what success looks like, this is what power looks like, but it can also be very wounding to us during this time. This could be what makes us shut down. What we need to look at is Taliesin's journey, where we start to see that, okay, even though my start was hard, my ending is brilliant. You know, my power now is legendary, and I get to embrace this legendary, beautiful, powerful, determined aspect of myself. And it brings us then to the Knight of Wands. It brings us to our passion and to our coming together. But the Hierophant also says, who are you intrinsically? You know, what is the intrinsic power, purpose, fire of you? What is it that if you go against it, you go against a true part of yourself and your soul? And it moves us to the Knight of Wands. This is our fire. This is our determination. This is moving much more quickly. This is going to be kind of the energy that we want to move with. We want to move with the energy of fire, because fire boils water. It's going to make things change. But remember, too much fire makes water evaporate and boil away. We have to be very mindful of this. We like the little bit of the extremes during this time. That's why we can have the extremes towards dreams. We can have the extremes towards determination and movement forward, the extremes towards reminiscing. This is going to be a time where we have to be aware of that. There's a path forward. It's going to intertwine with the path that we are taking towards our prosperity and success, because I'm just seeing through spirit this path moving forward, right? And it loops to her, and they kind of mirror each other not mirror so much as they're reminiscent of each other. They're both blonde-haired females. And so that is going to give them a bond in and of themselves, because they can kind of see themselves in the other. So as we move forward in our passion, we're also going to see ourselves in our prosperity. As we move forward in our prosperity, we're going to want to see that it's connected with our passion and our desire. So this is going to be a time that we need to move forward in logically and purposefully, because again, the passion brings forward the prosperity, but the prosperity also brings forward the passion. We have to have realistic goals. This is going to be a time where we can set our goals so high that even if on everybody else's standards we're a winner, we're going to consider ourselves a loser. So do be mindful of that and stop it, nip it in the bud as soon as it starts, because it's not going to be an energy that you really want to harp on, because when you stand before the altar of your existence, what you focus on is what you call forward. So you have to be very mindful of your mind, very mindful of the wisdom that is around you. This then puts you on the throne. This can lead you to such success in the public arena during this time that it almost feels as if, Scorpio, you're born under a lucky star. So we have the Emperor coming in, claiming his throne, claiming his power, knowing his worth. He's also the warrior, because Aries is represented by the Emperor, and Aries is the god of war. So there's a real sense of, I'm determined, I'm focused, I'm going after it, no one's going to stop me, nothing's going to stop me, I'm achieving my goals, period, end of discussion. It then moves us to the Hermit. So as we claim our power, we turn inward, and we're going to find that the power comes from within. We're going to really want it to come externally, because we can fuel ourselves with other people. If we align ourselves with people, we can take the fuel from them. We can calm ourselves with that person's energy. This is going to be a time, Scorpio, where we need to focus on the energy that is ourselves, the energy that is our passion and our desire. This isn't going to be, kind of taking energy from anybody else, this is going to be a time where we find that calm within. So it's kind of like, when you talk to a person who's just very like spiritually centered or very calm, or you say, wow, that person, like whenever I talk to them, I always feel better. That's not just because that person's a really good listener, though they very well might be. That's because we're taking some of that energy away. We're centering ourselves through their center. And this is going to be a time where we need to center ourselves through our own center, because this is going to be a time where we're very easily knocked off kilter if we are around a person who is not of centered energy. So do be mindful of this during this time. Also, strong Aries, strong Virgo, if this is within your natal chart, Taurus here, earth sign energy, fire sign energies, these are all coming forward very strongly within our personalities, within ourselves, the water sign energy of Pisces as well. So we have to be very mindful that other elements of our personality, if they're within our natal chart, are coming forward very strongly during this time, and we have to honor them. Now, the Pisces energy is really quite beautiful. The moon makes us look at what is hidden, makes us look at the illumination of a softer understanding, and makes us see ourselves more honestly and more readily. The moon is coming in powerfully, personally, and life-changingly. This is going to be a time where we can easily fall to fear and doubt. We can easily take other people's opinions, other people's, statements of truth, and make them our own, because it's going to feel safer to listen to them than it is going to be to listen to ourselves. The moon is challenging us to feel the fear and face it anyway, to feel the fear and think, oh my gosh, I can't do it, and then absolutely, positively, without a doubt, win. So do be mindful of this during this time, that we're going to be a little bit fearful, a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit ready to give up on our dreams and ourselves. But in this inner self, we have this sacred masculine energy that comes forward again, that says, I'm here, I am powerful, I am unstoppable. And this is what I'm focusing on. This is what I'm building within me, this energy that comes from the cosmos, this energy that comes from my angels and my spirit guides, from divinity itself, as I move forward, as I shape my life. And there's a sense of, am I brave enough to let in the wonder? Am I brave enough to let my life be that of fairy tales? Not only the beautiful, Disney fairy tales that have happily ever after endings, but the fairy tales that were grim, that were, set to teach lessons and carry on wisdom to children and to people. So here we're going to really find that there's a power that moves us forward, and there's this world that seems like a fairy tale that we are stepping into. It doesn't mean that it has to be perfect, but it does mean that it starts to align with ourselves more and more and more. It starts to guide us forward more readily and more beautifully than we could have imagined. Now, our subconscious energy to be mindful of during this time is the Lovers. There is a sense of really wanting to self-indulge, really wanting to fall into the passion of another person, the power of another person. It's going to be very beneficial during this time to not let somebody else's passion override your own. And somebody might think, oh, well, I'm louder than this person, I'm talking over them, I'm getting my point across more, my passion overrides yours. Scorpio, your power is that you can walk away and still be in the same exact room, sitting right across from that person. But your soul has said, no, we're not connected, this is not right, and I'm moving forward for me. So taking that superpower that you have and utilizing it during this time is going to be astoundingly beneficial, because this person will suck away the love that you have and make it the fuel for themselves. Now, the chakra energy that we have here is communication. Communication is going to be so important. It's the throat chakra. It's saying, I need to communicate with myself. I need to say it. I need to see it. I need to see myself moving forward here. But also know that when we come to the table with somebody, when we come to a situation and we're talking with them, we're going to be picking up everything that they're not saying. The statement that the depth is held in the silence, in between words is where everything is said. That's going to be so true right here, right now. And so with the throat chakra, we are moving forward in that power of, I am speaking my truth. I am moving forward in the communication of myself. I'm saying it because what I say to myself has tremendous power during this time, and I am being empowered and emboldened by it. It moves us then to the subconscious rooted energy, which is judgment. And this is Anubis. And Anubis in Egyptian mythology He judged the heart of the past, of the deceased, against a feather. And if that person's heart was pure, if that person's heart was lighter than a feather, pure might not be the right word, but if they did not come with regrets and hurts and pains and disappointments that weighed them down, if they came with a light heart that weighed less than the feather, they were entered into paradise. And here's the question now. How heavy is your heart, Scorpio? How intensely are you being weighed down by the hurts and the scars that you have lived through? Because you are a warrior, and you are a hero, and you are a survivor. What is it that makes us lose faith in ourselves? What hurt holds us back and denies us our dreams? And how do we move, maybe not past it, but to a place where it doesn't get to poison us anymore? To a place of a living paradise, because we're free of that hurt and that pain. Our subconscious inner self is the Three of Swords. We're carrying that pain. It's like trying to be as small as possible, so that the world doesn't see us, so that we don't get destroyed again, that we don't get chewed up and spit out. Here with the Three of Swords, we embrace our power and our insight and our ideas and our coming together. And we see what has scarred us, what has wounded us, what has broken our wings or pinned us down. And we take those swords and we take them out. We take them out of our backs. We take them out of our wings. We take them out of the power of our voice. And we say, I've lived through stuff. I've known pain. I've known hurt. I've known disappointment. And I am not defined by it or destroyed by it. It has now become my weapon, because I get to move forward in the power that is me. And it brings us then to our subconscious emotional self. And it's the Six of Pentacles. Stop trying to please the person who is hiding things from you, the person who is lying. When the person gives us a gift, say thank you. When they give us energy that returns a love and affection and a compassion, take that energy forward. It's not somebody who's creepy, right? But it's somebody who is giving out of power and kindness. This is a person here who has deceit, who's not willing to give a gift for the blessing that is being given. This person here, she is willing to give a gift. And those are the people we need to focus on, the people who build up the energy and not rip it away. It's going to be very easy during this time to kind of fall down a path of, it's almost of abuse. It's that abusive energy of, if this person is not giving me the time of day, I'm just going to work harder and harder to get their attention. That's not going to be how it works during this time. It's going to be like, you know what? I need to step away and I need to step into my power and I need to move forward in grace and beauty and determination of heart and self. Our subconscious public arena self is the Knight of Cups. That's us. The warrior, the defender, we are represented by the cups in the minor arcana, by the death card in the major arcana. We have the knight now showing up here 4 times. And this is a time that we are a warrior, not only of the waking world, but of the essence of ourselves. And we are submerging ourselves in the blessing, in the essence, in the element that is us, and being empowered by it. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and the ferocity that is us. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio.